students, today we will study microorganisms, and in this chapter we will study or cover 6 topics, that is, what are microorganisms, where they are found, what are the different types of microorganisms, what are the uses of microorganisms, which microorganisms are harmful, which one are useful, and what is a relationship between food preservation and microbes. So without a further ado, let's get started. So let us start. What are microorganisms? See, there are many living organisms that are present in our surroundings which we cannot see through our naked eyes. Now, what do you mean by naked eyes? Is that ordinary eyes. So organism surrounds us, but we cannot see them with our naked eye. Naked eye means ordinary eye. So I will tell you some simple experiments, like you can take moist soil of your garden and place it over glass slide. You can take a handful of moist soil from your garden, your playground, or anywhere you want, and you can place it over a glass slide. What is a glass slide? Glass slide is basically a rectangular slide which is made up of glass, on which we put our things under observation, and then this glass slide is placed over microscope, and through our eyes we can see through the lenses of the microscope, and we can see this, that what is there on this, we can see what is kept on the glass slide easily through the microscope. So what is microscope? Microscope is actually a device, which enable us to see the bigger image or magnified image of small objects like microorganisms. So you can do this, and you can take 1 to 2 drops of pond water, lake water, and you can place the drops of water on the glass slide, and then you can place this glass slide on the microscope, and then you can see, again you will see some organisms in the through the microscope. Those are microorganisms. Or you can do one more thing, that you can take a toothpick, scratch your teeth, and then place the tip of the toothpick onto the glass slide and visit or see it on the microscope through your eyes. You will again see some cells or some microorganisms that are present in it. So what this tells us, that microorganisms are present in water, they are present in soil, and even in human body or inside us, but we can't see them with the naked eye, or we can't see them directly. We need some special instrument or device such as a microscope to enable us to see them, because they are so small that we can't see them with the ordinary eyes. So we need a microscope to magnify them, and then we can see them. So now, what is the definition of a microorganism? That it is a type of organism or an organism which cannot be seen through a naked eye or ordinary eye, and can only be seen through a special device named as microscope. Those organisms are called as microorganisms or microbes. So let us take a look of the definition, that organisms that are so small in size that they can only be seen through a microscope, those organisms are called as microorganisms, or they are also called as microbes. Okay, so what are the uses of these microbes, or why we are studying microbes? See, many of the diseases are caused by microbes, and for many of the diseases they are a cure to them as well. And microbes are the ones who can spoil our food. So microbes also can spoil our food. So that's why we study microbes, because they are really important. So now, why do we feel a need to study microorganisms? So some of the microorganisms are causal organisms of many diseases in humans as well as other animals, and for many of the diseases they are also the cure to them. So that's why we study them, and moreover microorganisms also play an important part in spoiling our food. leading to food poisoning. Now, there are a number of related terms to this microorganisms. For example, microbiology. So, microbiology term is study of microorganisms. Okay, and we have one more term, that is microbiologist. So, microbiologists are the scientists who study the microorganisms. So this is microbiology and this is microbiologist. So microbiology is an area or the branch of science which deals with the study of microorganisms, whereas microbiologists are the people or the scientists who study microorganisms. So moving on to the next topic, where microbes are found. Basically, microbes are cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan means they are found almost everywhere, and they can be present in the hottest deserts, and they can be present there in the polar icy regions. They can be everywhere. That's why we term them as a cosmopolitan. So they are found almost in any kind of environment, but I will write some of the examples. Found in hot deserts, and they are found even in the polar icy regions. They can be even found, or they can even live through a volcanic eruption, that is volcanic eruption. Number 4, they can also be found in the cracks of the seafloor. You all know the cracks in the seabed, so they are also found there. They are also found in salt water, marshlands, and even inside a human body or inside us. So, how or what they have one special thing that enable them to live through any kind of environment, ranging from extreme hot deserts to extreme polar icy regions? The answer to this question is cyst. Now, what are cysts? Cyst is actually a hard covering that surrounds the microbe. And what is the significance or importance of cyst? Cysts help the microbes to protect from the unfavorable condition that occur just in the surroundings or outside the microbes. So what happens on the onset of unfavorable conditions or harsh conditions? The microbe produces and secrete a hard covering to envelop its body or to surround its body, that is called as a cyst. So the definition of cyst is that cyst is a hard covering that microorganisms produce to cover themselves on outside of their bodies in unfavorable condition. Now, what do I mean by unfavorable conditions is, for example, change in temperature or change in moisture, dryness. These are unfavorable conditions which are not suitable for the growth of microorganisms. So in that unfavorable condition, they form cyst, but in favorable condition, microorganisms do not form cyst. Now, what happens in the unfavorable condition when they form cyst? Like this. This is a microbe. This is what? Microbe. And it forms a cyst around itself. So this thing is called cyst, which is hard outer covering. Okay, this cyst protects the microbe from the outside unfavorable conditions. Now, what do you think? Does this microbe is alive or dead inside the cyst? The answer to this question is that the microbe obviously is still alive inside the cyst, but in inactive form. That is, inside the cyst, it's present in the inactive form. So this is a very important concept to note down, that inside a cyst the microbe is alive and it is present in the inactive form. So on return of the favorable condition, they will break the cyst and just behave normally as before. So the important point is that they survive by remaining inside the cyst during the unfavorable conditions till the favorable conditions occur again. So this is all about where microbes are found, and next part of the chapter we will discuss in the next videos. And till then, see you soon. And I would like to request you to please like, subscribe and share this video if you find this video useful and helpful in your studies. Also, please do subscribe because it's free.